Hi everyone, my name is Christin Carter. I'm an Arizona State University student, and today I'll be talking to you about how to build trust in the workplace environment. So just to start, what is trust? Trust is the firm belief in the reliability, truth, stability, and strength of someone or something. It definitely can take years to build trust and only seconds to destroy it. So it truly is a powerful characteristic. So take a second to kind of think of what makes something or someone trustworthy and what trust means to you. And today we want to be able to identify what can build and damage trust, as well as identifying the positive and negative leadership attributes. We want to be able to understand, to know if you're working in a trust-based work environment and how you can apply certain attributes and how to build trust at work. So a couple basics. So behavioral consistency is a huge tool that managers should have. It is pretty self-explanatory. It's just being consistent in certain behavioral patterns, always walking your walk. A couple examples of that are treating everyone with respect and treating everyone fairly as well. It's kind of going back to the golden rule that most of us have learned in elementary school, kind of treat others how you want to be treated. This has a direct impact on how much a supervisor or anyone else can be trusted. So what can damage trust? So it not only has to do with your colleagues or bosses, but also the company you work for. Like, does the company have a high staff turnover? For managers, if they respond to feedback defensively, this can be alarming. And if they're very resistant to change or employee suggestion, this definitely shows they don't trust anybody. And providing a high-stress work environment where they require extensive rules and regulations, as well as having to go through multiple levels of approval, this just shows that their boss has no confidence in their employees' abilities. So now we're going to take a look at a couple scenarios, or a few scenarios, of what, and be able to identify why it makes it good or bad. So for scenario one, a coworker comes up to you in the hall and says, I need to talk to you about some department issues. Could we go to lunch so we can discuss things away from listening ears? So first off, you can tell that this coworker doesn't trust others at all, right? They want to get away from listening ears. So because this coworker does not trust anyone, what makes you want to trust them too? For scenario two, you just got the job at a company while away at lunch on your first day and a supervisor joins you. They proceed to inform you of all of the gossip, including that your manager is in trouble with superiors. After telling you who to trust and who not to trust, they ask you to coffee after work. And they say, trust me, once you understand how screwed up everyone is around here and get the feel of the place, you'll do just fine. This is a huge red flag. It makes you worry about everyone who works there from day one. It's a horrible first impression, and this is a supervisor coming to you and telling you this. Scenario three, your coworker in another department gives you a call, says, I spent the previous week at a training and learned some things that could really make your efforts more effective. But I think we should both take advantage of this so we can really reap the benefits of the training. Are you interested? This is a great example of what trust can look like in the work environment. This person wants to succeed and wants you to improve, but also wants to do it for you or with you. So they definitely value your importance in the company. So what can make your boss trustworthy? A couple things a leader could have are transformational and transactional characteristics. Now, transformational leadership is that bosses really value their employees and what they have to say. These bosses should definitely indicate confident integrity, competence, and trustworthiness, and they definitely want you to perform beyond their expectation. Now, opposite of that is transactional leadership. These bosses are more avoidant. They don't want to deal with situations, and they definitely go off of a reward-punishment based approach. And a couple others would be corrective, passive, and avoidant. Avoidant is most similar to transactional leadership, definitely a laissez-faire, hands-off approach. Corrective leaders definitely want to closely monitor you and correct any mistakes that happen right then and there. Passive leaders, they're just waiting for something to go wrong, but they know it's going to go wrong, so they fix it later on or not at all when they could have fixed it then and moved on. So all these characteristics add pressure. It communicates that a boss is not confident and is constantly anxious, and that they are apprehensive about their employees' abilities. So what can you do to be trustworthy? You can keep your promises. That's following through with what you're going to say, so others know that they can depend on you. Doing the right thing, it means be ethical in what you do, and even if it potentially destroys personal relationships, people know that they can trust you and depend on you, and it shows that you want to do what's right. So you also want to give people credit. So always acknowledging hard work or a great job done, it shows people that they're doing something good, and it makes them feel better about what they're doing as well. The last thing you could do is trust people. This is letting others see your vulnerabilities and know that your concerns build a strong relationship with others. So it is your, like, as a supervisor and a boss, it is your responsibility to build this trust in the workplace environment. So being able to show that to others is very important as well. So in conclusion, I hope that through these scenarios and through these different characteristics, we can better understand what trust is and how to apply trust in the workplace environment. It is a very huge workplace issue, and it is also intensely personal. So it definitely is a huge factor at work. So a couple of takeaways. Trust yourself, you know more than you think you do. That's from Benjamin Spock. And trust men, and they will always be true to you. Treat them greatly, and they will show themselves great, from Ralph Waldo Emerson. Definitely trust your gut. If you feel uncomfortable, you're probably right. And definitely treat others right and the same always, and they will definitely prove it to you in return. So I thank you guys so much for watching. Definitely feel free to comment or offer any questions down below. Again, my name is Christin Carter, and I hope you have a great day.